Hi, I'm Valdemar from the great state of Maine, where we are currently deep into our 2 weeks of summer, and it's pretty hot out, but we like that. So I've had a fair amount of interest and some questions on the no-hand step-through move, and I thought I'd try and answer a few of them and help you on your way if you are trying to master this move. It's a challenging move. It takes a lot of practice, and maybe some help will be useful. So there are two other videos I found online, tutorials for this move. One's by Lars Carlson and the other is Mona Spangeldhoops. And I would recommend you watch both of those too. And between the three videos there might be some good stuff to help you out. So what is the no-hand step through? Let's see if we can do one. That's a no-hand step through. And the foundation for that is the handed step through or sliding door move. And there are plenty of tutorials on YouTube if you want to look at that if you're not familiar with it. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on the basics there, but in a nutshell, the hoop is coming down behind. You step through when it comes down to the bottom and grab it with your hand. You duck through, grab with your other hand with your thumb facing back. That's important. Step out and follow through. And from the other side, like so. Now you can go back and forth also without completely stepping out. And that looks like this. Now the trick to that is you've got, as the hoop is coming down, you've grabbed it here, you grab it with this hand and release this hand, and this hand carries it all the way around, so you grab it again with this one. And you step, grab the hoop. So the hoop is firmly in your grasp the entire time, and so you have complete control over its angle and its position and whatnot. So if it goes wonky, you are totally to blame. But if it goes, you can control it, so it should be a nice smooth move. Now to transition to the no-hand step through, the next step would be, instead of grabbing it a full grip, try grabbing it with just a loose grip between your thumb and forefinger, so the hoop can move around or even slide a little bit. So get it started, and then just take a thumb and forefinger grip so it's loose, and the momentum of the hoop is what holds it against your thumb and forefinger, and so it's free to move around a little bit. And what that will help you with is to develop the sensitivity of your hand positioning to give the hoop the right momentum to go in the right direction. So work on that till you're comfortable with it. Then we'll transition to the leg part. On the no-hand step through, the hoop is entirely guided and pushed by the legs. So we'll take instead of going entirely with the hand all the way around, start by get the hoop going, and then push the hoop with your hands as it comes around on the front of your thigh, and then let the hoop go behind your thigh without your hands on it. Now Mona's tutorial has a nice slow motion section with that shows how the hoop's rolling around her thigh and then to the other one and back, and you'll see that it actually just rolls around the back of her thigh. And that's what we're aiming for here. So to get there with some control, grab the hoop in front of it, press it against your thigh, and then let go while it goes around. So that looks like this. I've just got my hands in the front, and it's rolling around by itself in the back. So practice that till you're comfortable with it. Then the next step would be, instead of a grip with your thumb and fingers, a pinch grip, try just holding with your open fingers, pushing the hoop against your thigh. And as it's coming around from below, push the hoop against, and that will give it a little push to go around, and at the same time you're guiding the angle. So, get it going, and then start just using your open hand to guide it. When you're comfortable with that, the next progression is, when you feel like the hoop is going in the right direction, don't touch it at all. And if you need to correct, then you can give it a little nudge. So when it's going in the right direction, just leave it alone and let your legs do the right thing. But if you need to correct, you can use your hand and just do that, pressing against the front of your thigh. Eventually you'll be able to do it. Once you get it going, you'll be able to keep it going with your legs. You want to exaggerate the knee lift part of it. That may help you get the kick from your thighs as the hoop comes around. The legs have to push the hoop to provide the momentum, same as your hand does as you're swinging around. It gives you a push every time. So that's to push it around, and also push it to the side so that it wobbles. It goes from one side to the other. So that's a lot to work on, but eventually you'll be able to keep it going with just your legs. Then we go back to the entrance, and just like in the handed step through, the hoop you step through the hoop, and you're guiding it with this hand. And instead of grabbing it with your other hand like this, you actually kind of toss it over to land against your thigh, and it will spin around like that. So that looks like this. See how it came across here? Now the hand that you're bringing it in on your hand, and you're giving it momentum in this direction. Just as you're tossing it or releasing it, you want to stop this hand, stop it moving in. And since the hoop has momentum, what that'll do is the rest of the hoop will keep going, except the part that's still on your hand. And that will set up the wobble that allows the hoop to clear your body as you're ducking through it. Yeah. Keep those extra body parts out of the way. Yeah, just you're aiming for that point. It'll take a little practice, but okay, so if you can get the hoop over and keep it going, then the next step is looking for a graceful exit. That's okay because you've already impressed everyone, but it'd be nice to keep going with your flow. So the way to get out of the move is the hoop's coming around, goes wonk, 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 and when you want to exit, your normal leg lift would be up like this. So you're doing this kind of thing, and instead of pushing up to shoot the hoop over, what you want to do is to bring your knee in, and bring your foot with it, otherwise that will get stuck. So you're going do, do, do. And then as the hoop's coming around, bring your knee in, and the hoop will spin right off your hip. And you want to time it so that the hoop doesn't hit. If you do it too soon, the hoop will just hit the ground. If you do it too late, it'll catch and get kind of wonky. But let's see if we can do it here. So the last thing is, once you're getting proficient at it, you want to decide what to do with your arms. Even though it's a no hands, you still got arms, so you got to do something with them. So you can swing your arms back and flail them around behind you, or you can scooch them between the hoop like so. So that's a lot to put together all at once, but give it a shot. Practice, 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 and eventually I think you'll get it. So good luck with it. You'll burn a lot of calories getting it figured out. That's not necessarily a bad thing. And have all kinds of fun with it. Thanks for watching.